Alright, wrapping up today with some Golos Nexus fields, speaking of Nexus. So this is, unlike the Wilderness Reclamation deck that's looking to take infinite turns by finding this card over and over again, this deck's looking to find Nexus over and over again, either by activating Golos Tireless Pilgrim and hitting it randomly out of your deck, or by drawing into it with Guild Summit. Guild Summit allows this deck to thin itself very consistently by ramping up with things like Circuitous Route, Elvish Rejuvenator, and Arboreal Grazer. We've got Gates Ablaze paired with Storm's Wrath to have lots of ways to clear the board consistently to keep ourselves from dying. And we got a couple of Uro in here as well as another source of ramp. Lots of different lands, 4 copies of Field of the Dead, a couple Plaza of Harmony to gain some life since we have the Gate Sub thing going on anyways. Let's dive on into a few matches here with this one and see how it goes. Sure. These aren't gaining us life, but we can Grazer on 1, drop this, then we have this on turn 3, into this on turn 4. Get going here. Good beats, Marty. Good beats. Yeah, my deck master problem yesterday turned out was twofold. One, I had to enable detailed logging on my arena install because I forgot that's off by default. And then 2, it has to be run as administrator on Windows. Elsid, thanks for the 4 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I don't know what Sage Mysteries does. Why is that good? Yeah, that doesn't seem very good. No, I'm not sure what problem that really solves. Are we taking a turn off for Summit? I don't think so. Because remember, I can always draw cards with these later by tapping this. This could be like a Nexus mirror match, so I think I just want to like get to my Golos as fast as possible. Alright, so I need black and white mana, so we definitely want that. And then past that, I think I just want blue lands that I don't already have, so I'll grab a Simic Guildgate. The problem with Cardboard Live is that it doesn't have an option to turn off the deck on it from my understanding. And I prefer to use Stream Decker because it integrates with my website as opposed to Cardboard Live for displaying the deck list. Also, like, the issue with the other thing this time around was a user error. Like, the issue was that I didn't enable the logging. Like, Cardboard Live probably also needs administrator privileges and probably also needs detailed logging enabled. It certainly needs detailed logging enabled. Why would I want to do that, Nomcarver? Can you explain? Yeah, like, my website, all the deck lists up there are literally just direct integrations from Stream Decker. Like, to add a deck to my website, I grab a WordPress shortcode from the deck on Stream Decker and then add it to my site. Really clean and easy. Godzilla costumes are a go. They probably won't be here for release day, though. Non-essential items are lower priority shipping right now for good reasons. It's like, have Stone Cold nothing. Like, do we think I need a second field? Alright, well, yikes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You telling me a Godzilla costume is an essential item? It most definitely is. Yep. Do 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 do. So I do this, and this means I'm not dead, right? I get to block 5, then I take 16. Did I just click the wrong half? I just clicked the wrong half. Oh wait, can you grant it off of this? You may play them this turn without paying their mana cost. You can't grant it for free off of that, right? Can you? Did I misclick? I don't actually know. I misclicked? Yeah. I didn't look at the menu quick enough. My brain went to the granted should have been on the right, but I don't think it was. If you look back, I'm sure I misclicked. Oh, that's why my muscle memory is bad. I clicked where it would be for fires, but fires puts 4 options up, right? That's why I messed it up, 100%. Well, if I had cast this appropriately last turn, I'd be able to win the game here. Whoo, buddy old pal! Whoo, buddy old pal! You love to see it, chat. You love to see it. Bye, friends. Oh, Golos didn't die either. Just perfect, Chef's kiss. Do you think I need a 4th Field of the Dead? What's the argument I need a 4th Field of the Dead more than I need to draw more cards? I'm ready and waiting. Sell me on it. Sell me on 4th Field of the Dead versus drawing more cards. And they're still missing red mana, right? Drawing cards is top tier. Big agree. This attack seems loose. They're like killing one of mine. They're trading like 2 of their zombies for 1 of mine. They're missing red, but they have a Field of Ruin, so I assume they're going to field us here. I think I lead on this. I can still do this. And I think I'd rather activate this, because if I hit a Nexus of Fate here, like once we start hitting Nexus on the Golos activations, we're like in it to win it. Alright, so now we have to sit here and sweat bullets that they don't find their copies of Nexus of Fate. Oh, wait! There's a Nexus in my sideboard, right? I think there totally is. Pretty sure there is. Stream Decker says there is. Okay, so next turn, if we get a next turn, I can Fae of Wishes for Nexus, and then I'll have 4 Nexus in my deck to hit with the Golos. That's totally the line. Oh, do they not have a mountain? They must not have a red source to fetch. That's excellent. You love to see it. So I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 mana here. So I can Fae, Nexus, and Guild Summit technically, but the Guild Summit couldn't draw cards. Oh, there is a mountain in their graveyard. Sick. Yeah, you're totes right. Again, interface trick here. Click my things, click the numbers. They block 1/1. And then we can take 1 off and block Golos. Just click on the button and let you look at your sideboard, right? I'm going to do this before I Uro, because I want to be able to draw back into Nexus of Fate. Bye, friend. It's kind of funny that, like, as soon as we've been playing, it's like endless scroll, and as soon as we queue up with this, we, like, hit a mirror match. There's a shared summon to the sideboard. That's funny. I think Storm's Wrath out is easy. Gates Ablaze seems fine. Is this an Arboreal Grazer matchup? I feel like it might not be. What if we cut that? Do I want to leave an ego in the board to wish for is a real question. I don't think so. I think I'd rather just leave these and like to try and draw the egos. Yeah, I'm overboarded 1 card. Let's leave 1 in there. You put a field in the sideboard to avoid Unmoored Ego. Yes, that's the big brain play. That we talked about that last time we played this too, right? That's definitely what I should have done. I should have put a field into the sideboard so it plays around their Unmoored Egos. It's an excellent suggestion. I should probably play the blue source there, right? I don't think it matters because we're going to Rejuvenator before we do this anyways, but things to think about. Today's... I need to share something with you all, chat. It's a big deal as a millennial. Today marks 1 month since Christy and I have had takeout food. We've managed to subsist on purchases from supermarkets alone for an entire 4 weeks. I believe in you, chat. You too can live off of no takeout. If you want to support your local stores, buy some gift cards. If they're smart, they'll even email you the code and you don't have to show up and get it yourself. Ever-flowing chalice is filled with Uncrustables. What if they go under anyways and I lose my gift card money? It's a gamble. What if you hate cooking? There's actually a really great range of frozen meals these days, Bob. I eat vegetarian ones, honestly, because I don't eat meat, but like, even just in terms of vegetarian ones, there's a great... Brutal. Yeah, depending on where you are, some frozen sections are slim pickings right now. I would assume that in bigger cities they're stuff's still a little bit harder to come by. Both my local Walmart and Meijer had everything that we ordered. They substituted sizes for things, but they had everything on our actual list. Feel like we might be ahead. Maybe, I don't know. We don't actually have a lot going on here. And like they're one land away from their Field of the Dead being active.
I've done the hero thing before.
Oh, you know what? I should have attacked before playing that land, because they're gonna like fetch a white source and sweep my board here. I'm gonna lose a zombie because of it. Escape Shift doesn't do anything for them yet. They need one more land for that, but it's probably like a Time Wiper or a Sweeper or something. Yeah. Yeah, I should still have a zombie in play if I had played this better. So I have 9 mana, so I can just grab Big Tef here. Hi, wifey.
Right on schedule. You know what?
I love you. How are my girls today?
Who miss me?
Always.
What are these for?
Don't make
I don't know. Maybe they were peripheral for the headphones or peripheral for something. I don't know. Agent Treachery. Rude. Yikes. She is amazing.
Keep up the pace.
Do 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 do. Aether Gust. Rude. Maybe I should have gotten a shared summons instead of the Teferi. Agent of Treachery wasn't really on the list of cards I was playing around.
Hurry!
I believe we do have a name, but we're not sharing it yet. Oh, they think you're pretty, honey. I think so, too.
Let's try this.
That's great, bub. When is she due?
Not
Mid-June?
soon enough.
Mid-June?
Yeah, probably early June.
How long did they play Minecraft 4 together this morning?
Oh.
Oh, I meant to ask, you didn't give me follow-up. What happened when Declan blew up the houses?
Jacob was pissed.
Did they keep playing after that, or was he done?
Yeah, I helped him put the land back together, and then I made Declan help him rebuild the house. And now they're playing again. They didn't play for too long.
What about Clothis, honey? Do I name her Clothis?
That's terrible.
You're not wrong. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. So we're one short of... Well, I mean, I guess I get to kill that. And that gives me enough to escape this. I got that going for us.
I can live with that one.
Kiki. Oh, I should have attacked here, right? Yeah, none of these are flying. Yeah. Oh, they're gonna bounce their agent now? We're gonna get super punished for missing that attack?
Oh, you guys have the same pet. Ew, its face is creepy. Why'd you pick a different one? I don't like it.
It's a cat dragon.
I don't like
Declan picked that
I
one.
don't like it. Declan's wrong.
Declan's wrong. Yeah, often is. Often is.
It was so nice outside yesterday. I miss having the window open.
Did I tell you Jake tried to lie to me this morning?
No.
He came in here and asked for 2 gummy bears. And I was like, well, have you eaten anything today? I was like, did you eat a cheese stick and a yummy stick or anything? And he said, yeah. And I said, all right, I'm going to check with Mom really quick. He goes, oh, well, not yet.
He was saying he will eat it.
Yeah, sure.
And
That's
he
it.
did.
That's
He did
his,
come
he
upstairs
did.
and
He
eat
did
it.
come up and eat it. Yep, I know. I believe when he went upstairs to eat it. As soon as I said I was going to check with you, he said not yet and ran out of the room. Yeah, I think they get, well, they tap their Ghost Quarter and Field of Rune here. If we, we're down a land. I was going to say, we have enough land to Golos and take a turn here, but I think we're too far behind at this point now.
Did you tell Chat the other thing he did?
No.
Well, because he's not allowed to just eat infinite snacks, but he needs us to open them. So he took an entire box of fruit snacks out of the pantry and a pair of scissors out of the drawer and hid with them so that he could open them himself and eat them.
He's a fruit snack junkie.
I mean, it was clever. I'll give him that.
Sure, that's true, Wargy. That's true.
He took his box of fruit snacks and his scissors and he hid so he wouldn't have to ask us to open them and he could just eat what he wanted.
Alright, so we can't unmoored Ego just yet, but we can unmoored Ego on 5, which hopefully that's not too slow. We'll find out, I suppose.
Oh, that was Jacob that did that with the fruit snacks. Declan has no shame. He'll just ask for snacks all day long.
Hey, Iggy Bombs, thanks for the half year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around.
Oh, Declan did eat peanut butter today. He brought me the peanut butter jar and a spoon, and I gave him a spoonful of peanut butter.
He's my kid. I ate a lot of spoonfuls of peanut butter in undergrad,
That's
chat.
one of his favorite snacks. Spoonful of peanut butter.
Yeah, actually, one of the nice things here about waiting to unmoored ego is that we get to play around. Mystic Dispute, which is great.
No, Jeff ate all the peanut butter pie.
The peanut butter pie. No, Jake didn't like the peanut butter pie, and I don't think Declan. When I offered Declan to try some, he said no, I'd rather have ice cream. So I might have eaten the entirety of the peanut butter pie myself. There's a non-zero chance that 100% of the peanut butter pie was consumed by yours
I mean,
truly.
Jacob had the one bite.
Well, and now the Unmoored Ego just doesn't even do anything here, right? Yeah, I honestly, like, I don't know. In these Field of the Dead mirror matches where, like, these Golos decks, like, I'm not convinced that Nexus of Fate is actually the biggest, best thing you want to be doing. Like, every time we get agented in one of these, like, I don't know what it is. We don't play against a lot of Field of the Dead, but every time we queue with it, we seem to queue into someone else on Field of the Dead. And every time we play these mirrors and they have agent and we don't, I just feel so far behind.
Your avatar is super misleading. It has a lot of hair. You look a little bit more like that one.
Wow, rude. Yeah, I kind of think that might be the case. The leg, just having a bunch of agent treacheries is just better. I don't know. I guess Nexus of Fate is better against, like, the Nexus matchup. Maybe it's better against aggro. I don't know. All 7-drops kind of suck against.
Can we pick different pets and avatars?
Of course, honey.
Ew, you need to clean your monitor screen. It's gross.
It is very gross. All right, who you want to be?
We can't be the... Yeah, let's be the ugly guy.
Let's be the ugly guy. Bibblethip always hated crowds. He's doing well with social distancing, chat.
Treasure Dragon.
He's so ugly. He's such an ugly little dude.
Oh, we didn't get to pick sleeves.
Oh, I didn't let you pick sleeves.
Concede.
Do I have to?
I mean, does it cost me money to concede?
It does not.
Then concede.
Apologies, chat. Sorry, we didn't finish cosmeticing properly. We need to finish cosmeticing accordingly. I have a lot of sleeves.
Are any of them pretty? What's the theme of our deck?
5 colors. Lots of lanes.
Oh, that guy. Look, he blinks.
Christy. You'd fit in Twitch chat, honey. You like Fibblethip, so do they.
They tried to name our daughter that.
ICCI, thank you for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome to Hooglandia. Is this what's really happening when your opponent just concedes? Yes. Yes, their significant other is standing there telling them they need to pick out sleeves and they need to go back really quick.
Why did that game out?
I don't remember. I think one of your children grabbed it at one point.
Shelves are looking a little bare.
She is adorable. You're not wrong. Shliozini? How would you pronounce that name?
Schlonzi.
Schlonzi? You're so much better at this than I am. Schlonzi! Thank you for the brand new Prime support. Welcome to Hooglandia. I mean, they are her children. Fibblethip will be the daughter's first name, maybe.
It's a secret.
It is kind of a low bar. Gosh, there really is just like a thing where, like, when you queue up with Field of the Dead, all you can play is mirror matches, huh? Had we played against any Field of the Dead today before this set? I feel like we'd been playing Historic for, like, 3 hours almost and hadn't played against any Field of the Dead.
Did I get it right? The name.
They sick all the field decks in a different queue. Harsh but fair.
He does get them all wrong. Standing up is hard.
Standing up is hard. Oh.
My dad do it.
Is there any truth to the fact that the arena places you against an opponent based on the cards in your deck? Of course it's true. The arena shuffler and pairing systems are as rigged as the earth is flat. Wake up, sheeple. The truth is out there.
There's actually somebody on the payroll who just sits there and, like, as you queue in, they look at your deck and they're like, oh, that'd be fun against this one. And so their whole job.
That's their whole job?
That's why sometimes the queue takes a long time. Because they're thinking.
Alright, so if they have an untapped white source here, they could... Oh, I'm a gate short, aren't I? I almost just dropped this, but like I only have 4 gates. I guess I'm doing 2 of these and killing their Golos.
Wow. Way to get wrecked.
Watsy can barely make the game run properly. You think they can rig the shuffler in the match? Correct, right? Like, come on now. You think, who do you think's working on this stuff?
The shuffler's for sure rigged. Does he make a sound?
He breathes fire at the end, like farts gold.
Oh, look, he's cute. And he's looking up at you like, do you approve, master?
He's got gems and gold, which are the game's currency around him. Sure, the unranked queue uses a little bit of deck strength matching, I believe is correct, based on the number of rares of a given type you have in your deck. But that's different than I'm playing field, so it pairs me against field, right? I think we're super dead here.
Haha.
It's definitely a haha moment.
You should listen to me.
Feeling pretty outmatched in these field mirrors so far with this configuration. We have a lot of sweepers, like we have good defensive units at the bottom end of our curve, so we're probably okay against aggressive decks if we could find those, but...
My shirt was inspected by number 35.
Ooh. So it'll increase mirror matches. Those things explicitly do not apply, Snipery, to any form of ranked play. It's exclusively for best of one unranked. As a way to attempt to make players who are new to Arena with limited collections not just get crushed by tier 1 decks.
Wouldn't it be more fun if Jeff was just a squirrel? I'm a squirrel. I'm a squirrel. I'm a squirrel. I eat acorns. One team I had really cool squirrel tokens, and then, like, lost them.
What a jerk. Is Squirrel Jeff an upgrade? It's a pretty low bar, to be fair, though. So we'll get to play a blue source next turn, and then Guild Summit for a couple of cards. We've not gotten to get Guild Summit online yet. Getting this going early should be pretty good. There's a Nightmare Squirrel in the new set.
Oh, I
Cute.
see. Show me.
I don't know. I don't usually look at spoilers midstream. You hosted a porcupine before. I did accidentally host someone in a furry costume one time.
I mean, why does it have to be an accident? You say that like it was a bad thing.
Accidentally. Listen, chat, I just usually look at formats and host random smaller streamers, okay? Just doing what I can to give back.
I hug you?
Furries should stay in your bedroom where they belong. It's a little personal silence. Yep. That's true. That's true. Don't kink shame. You could do like Jacob and spin around in the chair. That's usually what he does when he comes in here, believe it or not.
When are you gonna put the arm back down?
I mean, it hasn't bothered me. I already have a Simic Guildgate. I don't have an Izzet. We'll grab another green source here. Gonna draw a couple more cards. Does the wife play anything? She actually has a Twitch channel here. Not that she streams. She hasn't streamed since before. Before she got pregnant with the third. It's been a hot second.
I play Nintendo Switch.
You do. So you have quite the... Is it an island? Is that what those things are? You have an island? She has an island on her Switch. On the Switch. We all play on the Switch.
When I'm allowed to get a turn with the Switch.
When you're allowed... She's been fighting with the 4 and the 6-year-old for turns on the Switch.
I mean, plus you've been playing it now.
Listen, I've got 3 badges in Pokemon Sword. I'm kind of a big deal.
I can't see the chat. Scoot over.
Yeah, when Switches are eventually back in stock, we're going to pick up at least a second one. Oh, you know what? I should have Nexus first there, right? Because I would like a chance to redraw the Nexus. Alright, cast Explore. Cast Explore. We do in fact have 2 Explorers.
Marty, did you get it for Animal Crossing?
Did you get the Switch for Animal Crossing, Marty? Because you actually can't transfer Animal Crossing save data from Switch to Switch.
So that's the Forever Animal Crossing one that you bought.
Again, doing this during the upkeep here, so that way we have a chance to redraw it.
And I think we should get Ring Fit Adventure since we're not using the gym anymore.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure most exercise-related things like that are sold out everywhere.
They are. It's been sold out for like a year. But eventually they'll make more.
On a scale of 1 to garbage time, where is this game? I don't know. Yeah, so like we could very easily brick off like that. If I do this, I guess I get to draw 2, and then I can hit Nexus of Fate that way. So let's start there, I suppose. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I can't escape this and cast Nexus. So I guess I'll just do this, just like blaze it. It's 420 all month long, chat. 420 all month long. His name, Agent of Treachery here. Two agents.
Sounds like somebody TNT'd somebody else's house.
Sounds like someone TNT'd, so have fun.
I have to go referee.
Should I take their Goloses? Yeah, probably. That's probably a good call. Nah, I think naming Golos makes sense. And then there's 27 cards left in my deck, so next turn I can play Golos, activate Golos, hopefully get a Nexus of Fate, and then, you know, keep it going.
Stop, don't worry. I got this.
Don't worry, I got this. Bye, friend. Do 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 do. Get back to that board. Let's just run it back. All right, so the mirror match goes a lot better for us when we get to get Guild Summit down early. Pseudo mirror. What rarity is Golos? Rare. Pretty sure he's not mythic. It's rare? Yeah, sounds right. It's funny, so we played a little bit of Raid on stream at the end of the stream yesterday. I did my clan boss key and some other stuff in the game and chatted with folks while I was doing my wrap up and doing it. And Magic players are such salty monsters. The number of dislikes on that video were just like, people are so tilted when other people like things that they don't like. Like, good golly. It's like, can't possibly fathom that other people like things that they don't. They must make their displeasure known. Yeah, I guess I keep this. Raid is threatening their way of life, something like that. I did see that fixed. I've got like 15 of them, so I'll probably pop them. I don't spend money on shards in that game though. Cool, party bus. We'll probably do that again at some point. I don't think I'm gonna do it today because I want to eat after I'm done today immediately, but it's like winding down anyways. Think I'd rather get Rejuvenator down here so I could Golos next turn, just like get to these Nexus as fast as possible. It could also be wrong, and it might be right to just prioritize getting this down again though. I do eat. I eat and I wear shoes. It's weird. I think my favorite part, I burned some of my ancient shards during the last Champ Chase event, so I ended up hitting an epic tome. So that's why I'm down. What was I gonna say? When I did a couple of the sponsored streams for Raid, the number of people who are like, this game is bad because it encourages people to gamble, and I'm like, do you understand what Magic the Gathering is? Like, do you really not get it? Are you actually that stupid? What colors are we missing here? Black, it looks like. Where do you wear your shoes if you don't have feet? Yep, booster packs aren't gambling. Tournaments where I pay entry fees and can win large sums of money aren't gambling. Yeah, it's a gamble that they don't like, right? No, I genuinely think that there's some people that just like have enough Stockholm syndrome that they genuinely don't think Magic could be conflated with gambling. Well, I'm gonna get to draw 2 cards here. Good news, chat. We get to draw 2 cards. Hey, Sal, thank you for the 23 months. I appreciate it. I got an ad like a peasant. It reminded me to reset. Thanks for 7 months, Ender. Welcome back. Yeah, hopefully we just, like, take all the turns. I think before we start taking turns, I want to get the Guild Summit down, though. So we'll Guild Summit, draw 3 next turn, play this, draw 4th. Sure, that doesn't make me draw any fewer cards. Oh, they're attacking it because it's a black source of mana. That makes sense. They're taking me off a color. They're just assuming I didn't have a swamp, which is accurate. And if I had played appropriately and put a field in my sideboard like a not stupid, I would have been able to do this last turn, right? So if I would have put field in my sideboard, yeah, I think we're gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be all right. Should have done this during my upkeep. Missed a spewed there, technically. Technically a bit of a spew. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 11 to do this twice. So I guess I start on this and see what we get. And then, do I just activate this and try and hit it? Probably. Swish. Swish. You love to see it, chat. You love to see it. Just gonna do this now. You think there's a good chance we're approaching garbage time here? There might be something to this Nexus of Fate card, chat. There might be something to this Nexus of Fate card. I mean, I did title the deck Golos Nexus, right? I don't know what people were expecting if it wasn't this.
Sorry, no time for a break.
No time for a break. Woohoo! You love to see it. All right, there's 26 cards left in my deck. We're about to exile so many permanents, chat.
move quickly.
Alright, so now we've hit the point where we're like drawing we're taking multiple turns at a time, so like... Listen, chat, I can only assume this is fun for my opponent. They're allowed to concede at any point. If they weren't having fun, they'd stop playing, right? Right? I have to discard to hand size? That's pretty unlucky. And I still have an extra turn in the bank here. Maybe we just want a 4th Guild Summit. So the games we won there in the mirror involved having Guild Summit. Like that really having that engine to get going really felt like it made a meaningful difference there. I have to mulligan that without a blue source. Yeah, this hand's great. This hand is wonderful by its stuff, chat. We'll do this. We'll put Field of the Dead into play. We'll go Hallowed Fountain Guild Summit next turn. Oh, are they playing a control deck? Please be playing a control deck. Please be playing a control deck. Please be playing a control deck. Nothing quite gives me life like stuffing Esper with this deck. Oh no! Oh, Kisus! Oh no! Pie the Master Pie! Why would you wish this upon us? I was so excited! Why would you put that bad mojo into the air? This is your fault! You did this! Alright, so the plan here is to get Golos going and start taking turns before they get to turn 5. So the prophet in chat said they were going to kill us on turn 5, so let's kill them before they get to turn 5. That's the plan, chat. Ziggy Mondes, thanks for the 18 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. All right, so we got 4 shots. OTR Heathen, thank you for the 10 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back.
Every story is an opportunity. I think you will find my note.
Okay, very unlikely to get another. Very likely to lose next turn. So, yep, bunch of shots at a Nexus of Fate here. Oh, I should play this land first, right? Because now if I draw it off of this, I can't cast it. Alright. Okay, survey says they could be missing Mox in. There's zero Mox in the bin. Are they the true prophet? Do we die on turn 5, chat? Find out next time on episode of Dragon Ball Z. Demox, you rang?
Let me aid your research.
Okay, there's one Mox. They're not deterministic yet, but they've got a lot of looks here. So they get to Kisus. That's a bunch more looks. That Kisus combo does not need 2 excavators. So Kisus combo can mill themselves. You're thinking a Breach combo that needs 2 excavators to be deterministic? So they can get going on a little bit different setup. Like if they find a Mox here, we could be dead. They have main deck Maelstrom Pulse. It seems really unnecessary. They're just like diluting their deck a little bit. Well, if we're getting a turn here, we're gonna upkeep the Nexus to start. Okay, they gotta miss 4 more checks here. 22 cards, pretty likely to hit. Whoo! Oh gosh, they are so unlucky. They are so unlucky. That's so unreasonable. They've milled 42 cards and have only found 1 Mox. 40. We're not guaranteed to even win the game here. But okay, we're more likely getting more likely by the minute to win the game. Got it? Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand. We'll make it, I swear. Do 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 do. May I ask why playing into your upkeep matters? Genuinely curious, because if I cast it during my upkeep, I can redraw that same Nexus of Fate for the turn. And if my goal is to just keep drawing Nexus of Fate, I want it to have the most hits possible to find it. Fae and then Ego their Mox in. Is that actually... I'm not sure that's actually good enough, right? Like, they already have 18 cards in their deck. I have 10 mana. Ooh, I have 10 mana. I could Gates Ablaze, clear the board, and then wish for Ego and Ego Kisis. Is that the line? Right, I have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See if we can kill Tamiya while we're at it too here. Yeah, we're gonna have to be very specific while tapping. And then if I get another turn, I have enough mana to Golos and activate Golos in the same turn. Okay, so they are on just the Othakaya win game one, it looks like.
I noticed this somewhere.
Alright, so Storm's Wrath is probably good here. Aether Gust hits their interaction. Maelstrom Pulse seems fine. We'll board in one Unmoored Ego. How interactive versus reactive do I want to be? How interactive versus reactive do I want to be? I think rather than ramping, my configuration of Kesis does not generally play main deck Jace, no. Your backup plan with Othakai doesn't work out as attacking people. Usually have Uro in the deck too, although I don't think they had Uro in their 60. My 60 has Uro as a backup plan if Othakai killing people doesn't work out. Maybe I don't want to go up to 8 sweepers. Yeah, it might be a little bit too slow. So, really hoping to draw an untapped land next turn so we can curve Route into Golos. If we get to curve Route into Golos, we can probably ramp up into Fae of Wishes doing something useful sometime soon. Alright, now we're just looking for a blue source to get our Unmoored Ego on.
It's a matter of give and take.
This technically hits Planeswalkers. I think I'm just ramping up here, though. No, like, what are the odds we die next turn? Feels pretty low. I guess they found a Diligent Excavator. Maybe I'm supposed to just ego the Excavators here. Getting to develop my mana is pretty appealing, though, but if I die, it doesn't really matter that I've developed my mana.
How you play the hand of fate.
I have learned much from my ancestors.
Kind of hoping to draw an untapped land if we survive here. They found a bunch of Mox this time. We're probably dead. They're making white mana? Oh, they're casting Teferi. That makes sense. So they'll do this, and then they'll bounce the Mox, and then they'll replay it.
I know my responsibility.
They have 18 cards in their deck. Yeah, we're dead here. So they'll have enough cards here that they can. And this is one of the reasons why their deck combos from a little bit less than the Breach deck does, since they only need one Diligent Excavator. Probably should have just egoed the Excavators there rather than trying to develop my mana. Developing the mana doesn't really do anything if we just die like that. Two Emery also combos with Mox. It's still pretty specific. Does two Emery combo with Mox? Two Emery mills, 8 cards. One Emery mills. So that doesn't work, right? Or like two Emerys, Mox plus one Excavator. You're saying like two Emerys replace one Excavator? That's accurate, right? Yeah, two Emery, two Mox, one Excavator. Yeah, you still need an Excavator in the mix. This is actually a great draw, because it means next turn with the Plaza of Harmony, I can drop this, draw a card, and Maelstrom Pulse something, which is great. He says before he gets Teferi'd.
Trust me, you'll thank me later. Hey, I'll protect you.
Just gonna go ahead and kill this. Let's make up for a mistake from last game. Just get their good cards off the table. I think I want to Guild Summit next turn rather than Root.
I'd like to test a new hypothesis. I think you will find my notes helpful.
I would assume this matchup.
Let's try this.
I would assume this matchup is bad for us. We don't have a ton of interaction. Let's just Field of the Dead. Our interaction that we do have is kind of slow and clunky. Opponents, decks like what the opponent's playing are actually one of the reasons why I think the archetype that we're playing is perfectly fine in this format. Well, plenty of decks that get under us appropriately. Sounds good, Mikey. Will do.
Let me aid your research.
That's kind of greedy. They minus for Excavator instead of just picking it back up with the plus for Excavator instead of picking it back up with the minus. How many Mox are in there? 2? We could be dead. They have Mox Bibblethip here. Or they have a Teferi in hand. Base build an Emery. Yep.
Right on schedule.
So the way their deck eventually wins the game, they've got a Jace here that they can cast. They deck themselves with Diligent Excavator while looping these Mox in. Because these Mox in are legendary, one dies every time you play the next one. So every time they reactivate Kiesis, they get to flip through more of their deck here. 23 cards. Yeah, I believe we're done at this point. Yeah, we're done. Good game. Let's try one more with this. I'd really like to hit like Gruul aggro or red aggro to see how we do there. I don't know if the opponent was especially lucky there. I think they ran pretty close to average. Their deck's pretty consistent and fast. I mean, that's basically what Gruul has always done, Tantrum tryhards. If you want to do sweet things, playing Gruul Beatdown has basically never been the answer in Magic's history. Those things are kind of mutually exclusive. There's a ton of sweet things to do that aren't Embercleave in most formats of Magic. They just, like, aren't Gruul. Sweet. Perfect. Basic Mountain. Love to see it. Our hand's a little bit slow here with all the tapped lands, but we've got a bunch of our sweepers, which can hopefully help keep us alive. Interested to see how this one plays out. If our sweepers plus, like, our plazas can help pull us through. Really hoping for an untapped land on 3. That's, we're burning up in here, chat. Burning up. Alright, that's perfect. Simic Guildgate down. It's not a hassle at all, John. The process is a manual process for me to update things, so feel free to just submit a different thing using the form on my site, and just put a note in there to have me disregard the first submission. Alright, if we don't win this game, I feel like this matchup has to be unwinnable, right? I feel like if this game just opponent agrees. Opponent's like, alright, that's your best possible start. They had some Burning Tree Emissaries, we had a sweeper. I mean, to be fair, a lot of the decks we've been playing beat the aggressive Burning Tree Emissary starts. Like, Burning Tree is annoying, and it's like, oh gosh, it's kind of scary, but like, I feel like we beat the Burning Tree Emissary decks more often than we lose to them. Like, there's been a number of times today where, like, okay, they went Burning Tree Emissaries, like, we swept them there. Or they went Burning Tree Emissary, oh, you cut Summit. I guess that's probably right. I don't know. Having very few sources of card advantage in the deck worries me. Like, I get that Summit's not great here, but I feel like you need something in that kind of effect still. And not even just kill all the 2/2s, but like, you can race them in a number of decks. Like, we've had a number of decks like the Jund Storm Chaser deck that we played today that just like, they played a bunch of things out and we were just like, okay, what if I just like kill you on turn 4? I agree, Wargy, and honestly, that's part of what makes this format really good. Gruul is likely one of the best decks in it, and it's not like Bant in Standard, where it's just like stands head and shoulders above the other things. Formats, every format is going to have a best deck in it. The formats that are good are when the best deck isn't that much better than the other things that are playable. I was aware that the Gates Ablaze was not going to kill the Chain Whirler there. I think it's worth spending that Gates Ablaze to gain 3 life, basically. Especially since I have the second one here. So hoping to draw an untapped land next turn so I can play this Golos. I don't know. I think there's a non-zero chance that, like, the aggressive decks aren't good enough if they don't have access to Embercleave in this format. I don't know. I feel like the people that complain about Burning Tree Emissary out of Gruul, myself included, are mostly off base. As humans, you tend to remember the field bads more than the average, and like the decks playing BTE are high variance. They don't always have that card. This is not how reality works, right? Oh, I could have gotten a Plaza. Yeah, I definitely have a Plaza. Alright, didn't matter. Didn't matter. Would have been dead either way. Yeah, should have gotten Plaza. Good call. Even that's a great example, right? Like, their start was decent on the play, and it just wouldn't have been good enough without Cleave to push them over the top. This hand is unfortunately missing another gate for Plaza of Harmony, but it is what it is. Need I Survived Embercleave t-shirt, something like that. Okay. Kind of getting punished for, like, not putting this into play on 2 with Grazer, since Plaza's a few turns off of gaining life here, but I get to draw cards with them now, which is nice. Worth noting that Gates Ablaze is currently only dealing 1 point of damage, though, although 1 point on this board would be good. If I draw a Gates Ablaze, I'm definitely casting it. It's actually a lot less good this turn, right? Because now they have Annex and all of these things are going to be replaced by 1/1s. We're still doing it, obviously, but it's just, like, a lot less good. Does that change my position? I feel like that changes my position. Got him. Nixian Beta, thank you for the 7 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. So if I do this, I gain some life, and then I can do this and put a gate into play. Yup. Alright, so you're saying there's a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. Goodbye, friends. Staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive. Do do do. Yeah, I think we're garbage time at this point. Feels garbage timey. Yeah, kind of a good highlight of the discussion we've been having around Embercleave. Are we done here? You let me know, opponent. All right, excellent. I agree. It's 4 Torbrand, something like that. Yeah. So, What do you think of this? Our tools. That's it for me, Tantrums. Get ready to do a wrap up, and sign off here. What do we think of what's going on here? I kind of feel like I want another guild summit in the 75. That seemed pretty critical in keeping up in the mirror. I also kind of feel like I didn't really have good tools in the Kisis matchup, but there's also not a lot of Kisis combo in this format. We have Dovin's Veto and Maelstrom Pulse, which are much better against Nexus of Fate than Kisis, and I think that's probably a fine matchup to punt, honestly. The shared summons is probably just too cute. I don't know that that's ever going to be more useful than, like, Nexus or Teferi on average a lot of the time. And, like, your sideboard slots are pretty valuable, so I'd probably give that up. Honestly, just playing another Unmoored Ego is a card that's fine against Nexus, and it's fine in the mirror. And it's also good against Kisis. It's probably the only change. That's probably pretty reasonable. Grazer plus Fae of Wishes plus a bunch of sweepers, especially post-board, felt like it gave us an appropriate amount of play against the red deck. Obviously, you need to jam more matches to figure that out, but too cute. So, cute in general means it does something that's kind of novel, but the novel thing that it's doing is generally weaker than other things that you could be doing that are less novel. So, like, for example, just getting Teferi or just getting Nexus of Fate is probably going to be the better option than shared summons in most cases. If you want Agents of the Mirror, I don't know. I think you need to play it a bunch. The games we had Guild Summit in the mirror really felt like they came together. Having an extra Unmoored Ego should help in the mirror. Having Nexus of Fate should be super reasonable. There are 29 lands in this deck, so there's 31 spells. One thing that you'll want to do in the mirror that I didn't do today is we should be boarding out 1 copy of Field of the Dead, so that way when they Unmoored Ego us, we can Fae of Wishes for it from the sideboard. Alright, at any rate, that's going to be it for me for today. I'm going to hit one more ad roll on my way out the door to hit my quota. I'll host someone shortly after. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Remember, I am going to be off all day tomorrow. I will not be live at all tomorrow on Friday. Saturday, I will be... Saturday, we are going to be doing a short test stream that's going to be a dry run of putting together some of the details for the coverage for Sunday. And Sunday, starting at 9 a.m. Central, I'm going to be going live with the Historic Open, and hopefully that's going to run all day. Probably looking at 10 or 11 rounds, assuming everything goes smoothly and everything hums along. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Catch you this weekend, hopefully. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday, and stay safe out there. No, the purpose of the Open Vixed is for me to do coverage of the subs playing in it. So this isn't gonna be like me playing in a tournament with the subs broadcasting my matches. I'm going to be doing coverage of people playing. That's why I'm requiring people to broadcast their matches to Discord. Alright, anybody else streaming Historic we can host? I mean, if you still have a bunch of energy, just don't worry about it. Just enjoy the game and play at your own pace, Goons. You don't have to get it to 0. You don't have to min-max every single aspect of your life, I promise.